Warm greetings to all of you. I am Ambika, Assistant Professor from the Department of English. In this video, we are going to see the topic on subject-verb agreement. A sentence is made up of many parts. To make a sentence a meaningful unit, the parts of a sentence should agree with one another in gender, number, and person. The grammatical relationship between a subject and the verb is called subject-verb agreement. The verb must agree with its subject in number and person. For example, the students attend the language class. This course has taught me a lot. This agreement is called concord. If the subject and verb of a sentence do not agree, that sentence is ungrammatical. We therefore speak of errors in agreement or faulty agreement. To avoid this, we must adhere to the rules of subject verb agreement. Subject verb agreement, in other terms, it's called as a concord. So, in the first person, we can say I like sweets. We cannot say I likes sweets. In the plural form, we can say that we like sweets. We cannot say that we likes sweets. In the second person, as we all know very well, you. So, you like in the singular form. In the plural also, the same, you like. In the third person, he, she, it. Verb plus S form. In the present tense, hence in the plural form, they. They plus verb in the plural form. It takes. When there are two or more nouns joined by and takes the plural verb, both Raja and Rani are good at studies. Two and two make four. So, in the first sentence, both Raja and Rani. So, here we are talking about two individual persons. Hence, the verb must be in the plural form. Likewise, 2 and 2 make 4. Here also, we are talking about two numbers. Hence, this sentence will take the plural verb. A connective is and. But when two or more nouns refer to only general things, the singular verb will be used. Bread and butter is a wholesome food. Wholesome food. So in this sentence, we cannot separate one thing from the other. Hence, we have to make use of the verb in the singular form. Law and order is an election issue. So one thing cannot be separated from other one. So we have to make use of the verb in the singular form. A finite verb agrees with its subject in number and person, as I am wrong, the cat runs fast, we know him very well, you look ill. Like that, we can give so many examples which we are using unknowingly in subject verb agreement. When two titles or designations are connected by and used to refer to two different persons, the poet and the philanthropist are coming for the function. In this sentence, we can just see two designations. One is poet, other one is philanthropist. But here we can just try to understand that there are two persons we are referring to. In what way? That is, the article is used to twice in the sentence, the poet and the philanthropist. So we can easily identify that we are referring to two different persons. Hence, the verb will be in the plural form. In case if the same person holds two positions, but if the second noun is not preceded by the article, the singular verb is used because both designations or titles refer to only one individual. So one individual holds two positions. The poet and philanthropist is coming for the function. In the previous example, we have seen that we have used the article twice, but here we are using the article only once. The poet and philanthropist is coming for the function. The pattern one of is always followed by a plural noun. The verb agrees with one, not with the plural noun. One of the teachers has a good sense of humor. Always we have to remember that one of the term will take always that verb, plural noun plus verb in the singular form. One of the teachers has a good sense of humor. I am not referring to so many teachers, only one teacher whom I want to indicate. So I have to make use of the verb in the singular form. So one of the teachers has a good sense of humor. Always one of the plus plural noun plus verb in the singular form. Please remember. So one of the books is missing. In this sentence also, I am not telling all the books. Only one book I am referring to among so many books. So we are using the verb in the singular form. But when the same phrase occurs in the middle of the sentence as antecedent and is followed by a relative noun such as who, that, which, the verb is plural. John is one of the students who are dependable in all circumstances. So when the relative pronoun is used in that particular sentence, we are making use of the verb in the plural form. When words are added to a singular subject by with, together, with, along with, in addition to, as well as, besides, etc., the verb is singular. The file with all the papers is missing. So when two singular subjects are connected with these words like with, together, with, along with, in addition to, as well as, besides, we have to make use of the verb in the singular form alone. The file with all the papers is missing. So with is the connective here between the singular two singular subjects. So we are using verb in the singular form. But if commas are omitted in written English, the subject is treated as plural and plural verb is used. So in the previous example, we have seen the comma beside that the file. But in this sentence, we can see that the comma is removed. Hence, we have to make use of the verb in the plural form. The dog along with its master are going for the work. If there is no comma, we have to make use of the verb in the plural form. When two or more noun or pronouns in the singular are connected by or, nor, either or, neither nor, the verb is singular. Likewise, each, every, everyone, anybody, either, neither, no one, nobody follows a singular verb as each of the boys was given a pen, every one of the colleges disciplined, and I can say some examples for either or, neither nor. So either of the candidates has stolen the book. Neither of the two plans was approved, and every boy and every girl was given a silver medal. And here I have quoted example, neither Rosie nor her friend has come. Here neither Rosie, always neither nor indicates a negative meaning. That means that nothing or nobody. So has come. So you have to make use of the verb in the singular form based on the nearest noun to that particular verb. That is her friend. So her friend is only one person. Hence we are using the verb in the singular form. But if the subject near the verb is plural, then plural verb is used. Either Ramu or his friends have the book. Here in this sentence also you all can note it down that first noun is a singular one, second one is a plural one. So his friends are. So we have to apply the verb according to the nearest noun that follows. So either Ramu or his friends have the book. We cannot say has the book. When or nor either are neither nor joins different persons, the verb agrees with the nearest subject. Either he or you are lying. Neither they or she is going to the movie. So in this sentence also we can observe that the based on the second noun or person we are using the uh, verb. So in the first sentence you can note it down that you is a second person. So we are all using the verb in the plural form like are. Second one is she. In the second sentence we can note down that the verb in the singular form she. Based on the second noun we are applying the verbs. At the same time, when the two singular subjects joined by either or neither nor takes a singular verb, neither Harish nor his brother is to blame. And when the subjects joined by or nor, that the verb should be agree with the part of the subject that is nearer to the verb. The farmer or his sons plow the fields. The indefinite pronouns each, every, each one, everybody, anybody, either, neither, no one, nobody take the singular verb. So after all these indefinite pronouns, we cannot make use of the verb in the plural form. Each of the books is worth reading. Neither of the answers is correct. So each of the boys was given a pen and neither of the two plans was approved. So after all these indefinite pronouns, we have to apply the verb in the singular form alone. Most indefinite pronouns take singular verbs like someone, somebody, something, anyone, anybody, anything, no one, nobody, nothing, everyone, everybody, everything. So after all these indefinite pronouns, we can make use of the verb in the singular form alone. Certain nouns, though singular in form, are considered as plural and take the plural verb. The cattle are grazing in the field. The cattle, it looks like it's a singular form, whereas we are using the plural form. We are referring to all the cows, all the animals, and we are not referring to only one animal. The police, here also the police looks like a, plural singular one, but it is like plural one. The police were forced to act. There are several nouns plural in form but singular in meaning and take the singular verb like physics, sports, politics, news, and mathematics. So some nouns that are plural in form but singular in meaning take a singular verb. The news is false. Mathematics is a difficult subject. Physics is an interesting subject. Like politics is a dirty game. So in all these words, we can note down that the subject ends with s. It sounds like a plural form, whereas they are all in real singular subject only. Hence, we are using the verb in the singular form. Certain nouns with plural forms and no singular counterpart are nearly always used with plural verbs. Riches, grits, eyeglasses, manners, wages, pliers, whereabouts, jeans, binoculars, tweezers, people, scissors, tidings, trousers, minutes, tights, clothes. The scissors are lying on the table. So these nouns take only the plural forms. Membership dues are $100 a year. Certain collective nouns take the singular or plural verb based on the context. When the noun is taken as a group or collection, it takes the singular verb. A committee has been set up to probe into the incident. Here we are treating this committee as a whole thing or singular one. Hence we are using the singular verb has been set up to. But in the next sentence, if we see, the class is going for an industrial visit. So here, the class refers to each one, every one. So we are using the verb in the singular form only. It is considered as a whole. A committee or class, it is considered as a whole only. But the same take the plural verb when each member is considered as an individual. In the previous examples, we have seen a committee, that word is used in different ways, like that. Here we have the committee believe in stringent action. Here we are referring to each member of the particular group or committee or audience or whatever. So here we are referring to everyone. When we are specifically or individually mean someone in that particular group, we have to make use of the verb in the plural form. The committee believe in stringent action. The audience were delighted with the performance. Each one will have some views, so that we are making use of the verb in the plural form. Whereas in the previous examples, we have considered that committee or class as a whole. So we have make use of the um, verb in the singular verb. Almost the same principle applies to the class nouns some of, most of, a lot of, a great deal of, plenty of, lots of, one third of, all fraction, etc. These take the plural verb when they refer to number. Some of the boys are very intelligent. Here the sentence started with some of. Hence we are making use of the verb in the plural form, some of the boys. It is not showing only one person. Anyhow, the sentence shows some of the students or some of the boys. Likewise, in the next example also, plenty of roses are available in the market. So, plenty of roses, it is also referring to many roses, not only one rose. Hence, we are making use of the verb in the plural form. The same nouns take the singular verb when they refer to quantity. One third of the land is still fertile. Plenty of water is available. So here, one third of the land, we are referring to only one third of the land, not all the land. So we are making use of the verb in the singular form. Plenty of water is available. When there are uncountable nouns, we have to make use of the verb in the singular form only when they refer to quantity. Next one, the majority of can be used only for number. So the verb is always plural. The majority of students are hardworking. So when the sentence started with the majority of, the verb must be in the plural form. The majority of students are hardworking. Class nouns such as furniture, stationery, food, cutlery, footwear, information, equipment considered as singular. So after all these nouns, we should make use of only the verb in the singular form only. The cutlery in the cupboard is elegant. A factory with modern equipment is for sale. So equipment, the word does not have any plural form. Equipment, equipment. Furniture also, furniture. So we have to treat all these words as a singular one only. Next one, many year and more than one are followed by a singular noun and takes the singular verb. Many a book is interesting. More than one candidate was absent in the meeting. So here these particular words, if they come in the sentence, many year or more than one, we have to make use of the verb in the singular form only. But many and more used alone refer to number and so take the plural form. Many students were present at the function. More volunteers are needed. Here the article is missing, many year. In the previous sentence we have seen many year, but here we are seeing many students were present at the function. It agrees with the real plural noun. More volunteers are needed. In this sentence also, um, in the previous sentence we had more than one, but here we have more volunteers are needed. So hence it takes the verb in the plural form. For persons, no one is used as singular, none as plural as is there any boy in the room? No, there is no one, we can say that. Are there any boys in the room? No, there are none. A great many also takes the plural verb. A great many food items lie unused. So when a sentence starts with a great many, definitely the verb will be in the plural form, lie. Phrases beginning with a term of, a chain of, a flock of, a bouquet of, a crowd of, a series of, a set of, etc. take the singular verb, though the word after them is plural. A series of serials is telecast every day. A regiment of soldiers is deployed for election duty. So, if a sentence starts with these phrases, then the verb must be in the singular form only. If sentence begins with a number of, the verb is plural, whereas if it begins with the number of, the verb is singular. A number of students are playing in the ground. Here, a number of means many, but the number of students good at sports is very few. Before concluding, I would like to say a few more rules. Like when the singular form of a countable noun as a subject of a verb takes the singular verb, when the plural form of a count noun as the subject takes a plural verb. The engine runs smoothly. Singular subject always takes singular verb. The engine runs smoothly. Plural subject always takes plural verb. Two or more singular subjects joined by and take a plural verb, as Ajit and I are great friends. A carpenter and a blacksmith live in our street. But if two nouns joined by and refer to the same person or thing or suggest one idea to the mind, the verb must be singular, as slow and steady wins the race. When a singular subject is joined to another subject by, with, as well as, besides, and not together, with, along with, no less than, and other similar expressions, the verb is singular, as silver as well as gold is a precious metal. The chief minister, along with ministers, is expected to visit our city tomorrow. Two singular subjects joined by either or neither nor takes a singular verb. Neither Harish nor his brother is to blame. When the subject joined by or nor, the verb should agree with the part of the subject that is nearer to the verb. The farmer or his sons plough the fields. Each and every, everyone, anybody, either, neither, no one, nobody follows a singular verb, as each of the boys was given a pen. Everyone should pay their fees. When two nouns are qualified by each or every, although connected by and, take a singular verb, as every boy and every girl was given a chance. Some nouns that are plural in form but singular in meaning take a singular verb, as the news is false. Mathematics is a difficult subject. A collective noun in the singular may take the verb in the singular or in the plural form depending on the context and meaning. The jury, as one body, selected its chairman. The government has introduced a bill. The majority of our city council members are Democrats. So I'm just summing up all the rules with all the examples. It will be useful for us to remember when we are reading some rules to apply in the sentence. When a plural noun denotes some particular amount or quality considered as a whole, the verb is usually singular, as 100 paise is equal to 1 rupee. Yes, when we are referring to money, we have to make use of the verb in the singular form alone. 75,000 rupees is a large sum to earn. 10 miles is a long distance to cover in an hour. So when we are referring to amount or quality, we have to make use of the verb in the singular form alone. None should be used in the singular, but popular usage accept the plural also, as none of his poems are now read. And was there any letter for me? There was none for you. None of these facts are true. For persons, no one is used as singular, none as plural, as is there any boy in the room? No, there is no one. Are there any boys in the room? No, there are none. One should be followed by always one only. One should do one's duty. She should do her duty. When we should do our duty. I can say some examples also. And each of the suspected men was or were arrested. The answer is was only. Likewise, neither of the explanation or is to the point is. The army are or is under orders is. Nothing but idle talk. Please or pleases him. Pleases. So neither he nor I or am wrong. So I, after I, we can apply only am. My professor as well as I were or was honored was. So final rule we have to remember that only the subject affects the verb. I have given the exercise on subject verb agreement. Annie and her brothers is or are at school. Either my mother or my father coming to the meeting. The dog or the cats is or are outside. Either my shoes or your coat is or are always on the floor. Balu and Ravi does not or don't want to see that movie. Josh does not or don't know the answer. One of my sisters is or are going on a trip to France. The man with all the birds live or lives on my street. The movie, including all the previews, take or takes about 2 hours to watch. The players as well as the captain want or wants to win. Either answer is or are acceptable. Every one of those books is or are fiction. Nobody know or knows the trouble I have seen. Is or the news on at 5 or 6. Mathematics is or John's favorite subject, while civics is or Andrea's favorite subject. $8 is or the price of a movie these days. Is or the tweezers in this drawer. Your pants is or at the cleaners. There was or were 15 candies in that bag. Now there is or only one left. The committee debates or debate these questions carefully. The committee leads or lead every different life in private. I have given all the rules, some examples and exercise. Hope this video would be helpful to you in future also. Thank you.